and I should be live. So, before I should begin this live stream again, I definitely got to test that audio level just to make sure that things are going okay for you guys. Sorry if I'm stumbling on those words. I'll definitely try my best not to stumble on my words, but it's not exactly working, is it? But anyways, I better test this audio just to make sure that everything is going okay for you guys. It sounds pretty good to me. Anyway, guys, I'm Dark Knight 1987, reborn, and my part number 2 of the demo of The Legend of Heroes Beyond Horizon. That's what we are doing today, and I'm definitely playing this game pretty damn blind at this current moment, because I can't exactly tell ya what's going to happen, because I don't exactly want to spoil myself, to be honest with ya. Anyways, let's load up this game. Trails Beyond Horizon. Pretty confusing at times to say some of these trail games, to be honest with ya, because sometimes you get pretty damn mixed around. And there's Falcom. NIS is the ones making this beauty game at this particular point, huh? Anyways, let's continue the game. We are level 7. Well, Van's level 7, to be honest. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen next in this particular game, because, as I say, I'm playing this pretty damn blind. And who doesn't love when you play a game pretty blind, and you don't exactly know what's going to happen next? That's the way I like it, to be honest with ya. So we can chat to a lot of people right here. And who's the first person I want to talk to? Well, we're going to talk to you, maid.
Please, have as much as you like. By the way, we're planning on bringing out additional dishes later. Please look forward to that as well.
Well, I definitely will, I suppose. Let's talk to these guys over here. Thorndyke. Oh, hey, Arkride. Making the rounds already? How admirable. This is indeed a prime opportunity to expand your horizons. I'd say mine are broad enough, both front stage and back. But our wily host, he has given me plenty of intensive with the crowd he's gathered. 2 Dominions, 1 active, 1 retired, the crew from Falls. And to top it off, a certain big shot who shouldn't even exist anymore. Bit overkill for just the combat tech. Unveiling, if you ask me. Always the pointed critic, aren't you? Are you already aware Marduk had the privilege of entering the technology alliance with the holy city of Arturia? Consequently, we are anticipating a great deal of collaboration on Zypher and Shard technology, with not only them, but the Epstein Foundation as well. Then, that is also how Father Kevin and Mr. Zeman here were procured to participate in today's tests. Nice way to spin it. Felt more like to me like you had the Holy City and Foundation with their backs to the wall. I am well aware that there's been an ulterior motive at play for the outset, but you have my gratitude for the occasional nonetheless. It's true that this is not entirely without an agenda, but I do hope you can consider it's ethical for all involved. Marduk's mission statement calls for a proactive approach to publicity, releasing our initiatives. the AR technology from today included. Yeah? Hand to heart, it flat out floored me. VR is impressive enough, but this is the sort of thing that blurs the boundaries of reality altogether. That is very concept behind its developments, actually. We already had a theoretical framework, but it was the 6th generation Zypher standard that finally allowed us to hang into fruition. Of course, the sheer scale of spatial mapping required limits its applications to dedicated facilities such as its present. That noteworthy, when presented side by side with virtual reality, something of this nature is certain to make waves the world over. And given that both the Church and the Foundation have now been brought on, it leaves me very curious as to the project's end goal. Well, at the very least, I can assure you that our aims are nothing nefarious. Master's got intimidation down to an art. Ain't often someone can throw Thorndyke this far off balance. Yep, even now our commander and the rest of us role sitters can hold a candle to him. On the flip side, I say the only person who could, right now, would be none other than Her Holiness. Oh yeah? And by that you mean... In any event, it's a shame you and Father Kevin brought a smaller turnout than initially anticipated, Mr. Arkwright. Granted, invitations were not extended to those members of your office whom appear to have unavoidable business to attend to. But after all, the painstaking efforts, I'd hope to have more testers to astound with our newest combats and AR technology. Huh? So, that's how it is. Agnes is busy with finals right now. With that guy has his college credit requirements to deal with. Doubt Reset would have offered that info, so he must have found out through other means. Well, don't sweat it. Got a decent handle on all of this now, so I'll give our team the rundown when we're back in the capital. Sides, any gaps I have... Sides my gaps, I leave Reset and Master will be there to fill in. Indeed, Agnes and the others should take to it like fish to water. On that note, I am a bit surprised that you arrived by your lonesome, Kevin. Your other squires I can understand, but one would at least expect you to have brought Reese along. Hey, about that, I ain't guessing you probably heard, Master. But over at the Artaria side of things... Hi. Sharing time's over. This convo's on a need-to-know basis only. Pity that. Though, I do have a faint idea, courtesy of the grapevine. It's a bit galling, I must add, that our company wasn't tasked with incorporating the Zypher standard into your core systems. The one the churches keeps under top secret wraps, you mean? Probably about time, with how outdated it must be. And Reese, she's your childhood friend, right? The one one whose thumbs they say they already under. Cooler with the two-pronged attacks, warrior. Damn, my commentary today is definitely suffering, and I can tell my voice is also suffering as well, so I truly apologise in advance. So who should we talk to next? Because there's a lot of people we could actually talk to.
Would you like me to cut you a piece? If there's anything you want, please don't hesitate to ask Mr. Arkwright.
Well, no problems at all. Who can we talk to next?
My pleasure.
A butler. I hope the food here is to your liking, Mr. Arkwright. You bet it is. You guys have got a great selection going on here. It's all carefully laid out, so we won't get tired and eating the same sweets over and over again, even down to the drinks. Excuse me, that took a lot of my voice, to be honest with ya, because my voice at this current moment is definitely not the best. I run quiet, glad to see you enjoying it, or I'm quite glad that you see you are enjoying it. If you like, please take this as well. I had it brought from the capital. So got ourselves Tyrrell Times issue 1. Oh, this morning's issue of the Tyrrell Times, huh? Pretty thoughtful of you. The biggest PMC in Cimmeria. Hard to grasp the scale of the organisation like this. Wait, suppose I'll enjoy myself for the time being. So we could actually read that, but how exactly do you bring that up? Huh. So you got ornaments, you got tactics, you got crafts, you got status and achievements. You got items.
Shock one up.
So got ourselves a Sith Mass times 50.
Shock one up.
We also get another 50 Sith Mass, 50 hit chain.
Good stuff.
We get ourselves 100 Sith Mass, a double tactical bonus.
Shock one up.
We get another 50 Sith Mass, 10,000 damage dealt.
Good stuff.
We also get another 50 Sith Mass. Congratulations. And 5 SCLM charges activated.
Shock one up.
We get ourselves a Fortitude Droplet. Sounds pretty interesting to me, if I'm being truthfully honest with ya. So how exactly do we bring up our notes? Because I don't exactly see a notebook and a way to read our items. No, we can't exactly read it. Well, how exactly do you read it then? Oh well, I suppose it doesn't exactly matter too much.
Please relax and make yourself at home.
But I'll definitely talk to you. Today's menu is themed around high tea, so we prepared a variety of light snacks and sweets. In particular, the sweets are sourced from famous stores in various countries across Cimmeria. We hope you enjoy them. Well, I shall enjoy it as much as I possibly can, I suppose.
Ah, Mr. Arkwright.
Speak of the devil. Ha! Humble, the top dog of the Ironbloods, considers me worthwhile gossip fodder. And you're Orion, right? Can't say you two and Reset seem what the likeliest of tries.
As it happens, I've been in contact with Miss Orion over Marduk-related business for a short while now. This man and I have shared some correspondence as well in regard to Miss Rosenberg's situation. As such, this seems an opportune time to relay any further matters that pertain to them.
You don't say.
The two of us, on the other hand, already share personal ties. I owe my foundation of knowledge and basic sense to this instruction several years ago.
How could I ever forget? But I must say, you come to hardly even resemble the pawn that is the person you were back then.
I appreciate you saying so.
Pretty loaded, thank you there. Guess I'll just keep my nose to myself though.
That is probably for the best, for you're both ally and adversary throughout the war, after all.
Anyway, nice to finally meet you in person instead of over comms for once, Rufus A. Kind of a pain to dance around the name though. You mind if I just call you Alberea when no one's looking? Do as you will. I doubt it won't turn many heads these days. It's an honor to finally make the vaunted Spriggan's acquaintance, especially after my limited range of activities in Edith. Feels backwards coming from the ex-big shot like yourself, but more importantly, you really came in clutch for my pal in his last moments. Okay. Getting the chance to give him one final send-off was lucky enough, but bringing Marcel along to do the same was the cherry on top. So even after accounting for Swin and Nadia's stitch, that still leaves me a debt I aim to pay you back for.
Mr. Arkwright,
I was merely repaying my own personal debts to the man. People do say that for one to so streetwise, you place an uncharacteristic emphasis on obligation duty. But even still, to have your so indirectly beholden to me is a tad discomforting. Ha! And here I couldn't sworn I was talking to the most shameless, opportunist side of Zemiria. One good turn deserves another, so feel free to call in a favor whenever it suits you. So long as it doesn't cross my boundaries, that is. I'm the kind of guy who's set in his ways. Haha, surely noted. Evidently, we are more compatible than I gave us credit for. Much as I hate to admit it.
Mr. Arkwright is supposed to be open to deal with Rufus so freely. Those who do tend to wind up being cajoled into something or outright used for his benefit. Though I suppose those tendencies of his have changed somewhat ever since he met Lapis, Nadia, and Swin. Is that so? I'm not as familiar with Mr. Alberea, but your assessment of Mr. Arkwright is certainly correct.
Yes, it sure is, isn't it?
This event of ours has gathered people of many walks, be it falls, the church, or otherwise. The opportunities we present in doing so may well prove more significant than the training itself.
Well, I suppose you got a point there, Reset. Anyways, who's our last people that we got to talk to? We got somebody over there. And who are those guys again? Fairy. Okay. Sup? At it already, huh? Ah, hello there, Arkwright.
Fine, anything tasty. Fine, anything tasty.
Word on the street that you're out to conquer the confectionery world, one sweet at a time. Not the way I would have phrased it, but sure. As far as you, little lady, Nadia and Swine weren't kidding when they said you could pack it away. Old man Jorg worked out a way to convert it all into a dull compatible energy, I'm told. It was a shock to us too, way back when, and her stomach's grown a few sizes since even. Almost makes you want to keep the feed coming just to see how much more she can wolf down. Here, Lapis, Lapis, Lapis! How about another helping of roast chicken, all slaved in gravy?
Oh, thank you.
Moving on, it's good to officially meet Swarza, Armbrust. Then again, Clausel and Miss Herschel told me so many stories that this feels more like a reunion. That sounds about right. We heard a few things here and there about you too. The Crow has the edge on me there, given the near miss you had during the immigrant accidents. Yeah, no hard feelings, but I was doing some poking around in your business at the time. Figures you were skulking behind the curtain. Hard to think of you as a stranger, especially with an MO like that. I'll take that as an honor, by the way. We're around the same age too, right? Not sure how much you're already caught up to my whole situation, but right now I run a freelance contracting office over in the free city of Towsome. You ever need extra hands? Just give me a ring, yeah? But nice if your offer stands to the other way around too. Well, fancy that. Most of the jobs you take must be bigger in scale than my usual fare. But sure, can't go wrong proving a two-way street with the original C, Erebonia's unsung hero. Not sure how much I'll be with whatever errands you and not so unsung hero here have got going on though. Sorry, but that's a card we'll have to keep close to our chests. Still, it'd be great to know we can rely on each other for help in the case something does come up. No, to mention, I believe we already have a certain acquaintance in common. Ah, he must be the junior disciple she mentioned. Well, I won't just out and name drop here, but you got my condolences. And watch your step. One look at that swordplay you show off earlier, and she'll drag you into a fight if it's the last thing she does. I'll keep that in mind. Though, for all the improvements I made, she seems to be climbing even higher. You two had a run-in at the start of last year, right? She must be some real serious business, if this is your takeaway. The way things are set up this time around, we're probably in for a close brush, or even closer depending. And on that note, I got a request for you, Arkwright. Any chance you and the rest of your solution crew could take Princess Silverblade in? Maybe keep a tight leash on her for a bit? Are you nuts? We haven't even heard a peep from her for over 2 months now. And the last time was when we tried to make up for eating my limited edition cake for half-assed replacements and a
Whoopsie. The early summer exclusive sweet cherry one, you mean? I had a slice of it myself. It was simply adorable and outrageously scrumptious to boots.
That was an inside job. Wait, weren't you still in shard form back then? He's got more layers to him than the story suggests. Pun not intended. Yeah. Plus a pal in the CID we should be on our toes about. Still, I think we can trust this one, more or less. Okay then, fair enough. Anyway guys, I'm going to take a very quick break because I'm feeling pretty dehydrated, to be honest with you. And I do feel a bit nervous as well. And I truly apologise about my reading skills at this particular stage. Like, there are a lot of tough words I can't pronounce or I have trouble saying, so I truly apologise. It's my disability and there's nothing I can really do about it, except for try and fix my mistakes, I suppose. But anyway guys, I'll see you guys on the flip side. So what's going to happen next? Well, you got to stay tuned and find out, huh? And I have returned once again. So, before I should continue, I better double check my audio just to make sure that things are going okay for you guys. I don't know if I'm going to keep this recording, to be honest with you. Because I could leave it until next week, I suppose, but I'm going to see how things go. So let me just test my audio. It sounded pretty damn well to me, if I'm being truthfully honest with ya. It's just my voice and my commentary that's letting me down today, so I don't know, man. I'm going to keep going to my heart's content and finish off the demo if possible. As far as the springing yourself into full body action at a moment's notice goes all grand passing marks. It would appear that you're greatly refined your predictive eye over the course of your traineeship.
You think so? All the help Van and Aaron gave must have paid off. I'm really starting to feel like my moves are 2 steps ahead of whatever my teammates are about to do.
Even so, your grasp of the battlefield in its entirety is less than optimal. You're overly on the aura's close by to inform your actions. To truly embody the essence of a Kruger warrior, you must draw in the flames of the war zone and channel them into a godly roar of lightning, a step which is yet beyond you.
Duh, you're way too hard on me, Kasim.
Like sister, like brother, always in combat mode. Can't they talk about something more, I don't know, party appropriate?
That's just the Kruger way for ya. They got more of a typical brother-sister relationship than you think though, outside of combat of training. When the whole family was together at their last New Year's festivals, Kasim doted on Fairy with a vengeance. And the way he'd beam at the 2 littlest sibbies like nothing I'd ever seen out of him before.
I can't even picture it. You're at the village's New Year's festival though. Huh? Not that I didn't have my hunches. Still, going to meet the boyfriend's parents at their holiday homecoming, you two must be pretty serious.
Marduk and the Kruger have a partnership, that's all. Some equipment got newly furbished and... Oh, nuts to this. No use pretending otherwise. We've been going steady for about 3 years now, so he figured it was about time to introduce me.
Whoa, that long already? You're 2 years older than Reset, right? Sure, that's still plenty young, but you sure as hell ain't a teenager anymore. Yet, here you are, standing in a workplace, seizing the day, on and off the clock. Man, what I wouldn't give.
Listen, you. Perhaps you should prioritize your own private affairs before making sport of others.
I don't mean to suggest putting the self above all others, but there are some fields in which a fulfilling personal life would directly impact one's performance. Your hollow style and gunlun expertise, for instance, to say nothing of the 4 SPGs you undertake. Can't argue there.
I'm pretty curious about that part of Van's life myself. Apparently, he and Elaine used to go out when they were still in school. Get that out of town. Oh, I'd hear he, she, and the Prez four-eyed side were an old posse together, but Willity, ex-sweethearts with Beauty's blade. Now, if that don't beat all, how about we go a little more in depth on your relationship statuses? Let's say with resets.
Pardon my insolence, I've got no flings to speak of, so have pity. Ladies and gentlemen, we have prepared additional sweets and delicacies for your enjoyment.
We will be bringing them around shortly. Feel free to call us if we can be of service to you.
Oh damn, that's from that Erebonian place. The one that caters the Imperial family itself. Hold your horses, Van. Better wait till I've got a bit more room in my old stomach before I dig in to those. Trying additional sweets will change the location of some characters and provide new topics of discussion. Okay. I do like the sounds of that, but can we get out of this place? Because I want to get out of here, man. I don't need to leave the reception hall yet. I should enjoy the party to the fullest. Well, I suppose if we got no choice, well, let's do it, huh? They say this is the Empire's ultimate dessert. The Empress of Chocolate Cakes herself. The such a torch.
My, you certainly know your stuff. It was made fresh in the Empire just this morning and air delivered here. Shall I cut you a piece?
Accepting a slice of that would change the location of some characters and provide new topics of discussion.
That rich, decadent butter cake slathered in a smooth, lustrous ganache. I hear it's even been soaked in a sweet and deliciously tart apricot jam. I'm drooling just thinking about it. Can I get a piece? Wait, no, 2 pieces?
I'll take the entire cake!
What the crap?
Hello, Van. Doesn't this cake look exceptionally yummy? I'd love to be able to take it home and share it with Nutty and Swin, but it'll probably get eaten up here, huh? What a shame.
Sir?
It's fine. You can give it to her.
Thanks! I'll take it then. Wow, that cake Lapis had looked delicious! Can I get some too? Van?
I failed you, my Empress.
It'll be all right, sir. We have a second one ready in the back. I'll go prepare it.
Shortly thereafter, Van got a slice from the backup, whatever that is, the maid brought out. Prize in hand, he took the time to slowly savor its rich, delicious sweetness. Lapis tried to get more, but he stopped her. Which is fair enough, I suppose. She's gonna get that big, she's gonna be overweight. The conversation are all still flowing at this point. I kinda just wanna grab a coffee and put my feet up. But like I thought, there really is a lot going on here. Guess I ought to keep sniffing our leads. Well, that might be a very good thing to do there, Van. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna test the audio just to make sure my microphone's actually working at this particular point. And I'm still stumbling on those words. How fun, huh? And I'm definitely gonna change the title because I'm doing commentary, aren't I? Of course I'm doing commentary. I can hear myself, so it's definitely working at this particular point. That's always great to know. So let the conversations begin, huh? It is an honor to meet you once again, young Divine Blade. neither the Empire's campaign nor the subsequent crisis in Crossbell would have reached a resolution were it not for you. Oh no, I couldn't have done it without the help of all my friends and allies. Father Bergen and Marduk had a hand in things too, I'm told. Indeed, though Marduk's cooperation was more closely aligned with the Operation Meal Mirage, we caught upon the various Jaegers corps across Cimmeria and facilitated their continents with the Wasteland Army. I hadn't realized if anyone could have pulled that off. It's your company. As for myself, being unable to act in any official capacity, a modest bit of assistance to the Radiant Wings was the best I could provide. This hardly compensates for that, but allow me to express how proud I am of what Gaius was able to accomplish with all of you. It just doesn't get more dependable than him, even compared to the rest of Class 7. He was so sure you had passed away, all the way up until last December, was it? Yes, our first reunion in 3 years. I had expected some measure of anger, but instead, he simply embraced me without so much as a word, a final disciple that I deserved that one. That sounds like him, alright? I made Father Gaius acquaintance the other day as a result of Marduk's technological partnership with the church. He is an exceptional, a youth as they claim, diligence in his self, betterment, and as mighty as any dominion. Above all is his ability to become one with the wind. With that, my sister could follow his example. Wait, are you saying? Ah, yes, I've heard tell of this from their elder. But supposing the people of Nord Highlands share a common ancestor with the Kruger? Yes, though not all the recent ones, our connection is best described as that of a distant kinsman. Around 1,000 years ago, during the chaos after the Great Collapse, the Nord tribe migrated from the Central East to the northwestern Cimmeria. The Kruger, on the other hand, remained in the Central East, with each tribe vowing to act as protectors of their respectful regions. I never knew! Such is also written off in the Testaments, making it more fact than more folklore. It is due in part to my curiosity over that very verse that I was compelled to travel to Nord. And you end up finding another disciple there? Call that fate at work? From what I heard, the Nord tribe taps into the breath of the winds and the Kruger flames. Apparently those winds did their part in helping the Empire's curse blow over. So exactly what role are the flames meant to play? Well, your grown fan, pressing such an instinctive point at this of all moments. Surely have you done credit to your reputation as a dropout disciple to put it in Mother's, Silas, and Father Leon's terms. Well, excuse me for not being a Vailtorian. And for the record, compared to Gaius, those two are practically still thumb-sucking little rugrats themselves. Now, be a case. Consider this a friendly student rivalry of sorts. How? Leon disses me like a stab to a jugular. Regardless, I have already distanced myself from the Kruger tribe's charge. It will have to be Farida who gives the answer you seek, or rather, who uncovers it alongside you all. Forget it! Dance around a topic, nothing's new for you. My apologies, but this is generally the best I am able to answer. Although, there is more I can delve were you to become her groom and thus a brother of the Kruger. Whoa! Warn a guy before you start. Bust out the crazy hypotheticals. And since, when have you ever smiled like that? If looks could kill, I'll be capital murder. An overactive imagination on your part. Looks like expectations weigh heavy on him, in every direction at that. Much like yourself in recent past, do try to foster a cordial relationship if you could. Of course, I was already hoping to. God dang it, all this voice acting today is taking a lot out of my voice, so I truly apologize. Yo, Arkride, making the rounds again. Hustle never stops you, does it? I could stand to learn much about driving business from a self-employed man such as yourself. This ain't about talk and shop. Your little trio just had so much combined fishiness that I could practically see the stick lines. Sounds rich coming from me, I know, but on some level, I'm the most stand-up guy here. Might have to give you that one. But both of us share a dark history, as well as an association with a certain letter of the alphabet. I also seem to recall appealing to the Azure Chevalier during my tenures of the Noble Alliance Chief of Staff in the Civil War. Oh yeah? That did happen. Maybe put it in a way that doesn't make us sound like a bad situationship though. It's true that there's no particular enmity between us. Even so, fate has tied us together, however loosely. With your freelancing practice underway, I'm sure the time will come when I will need to hire you. Use and abuse me like that? So, what are you mixed up in these two for? Hush. Hashing out the contractor work Maribel brought up? It is as you summarize, yes. There are some minor points to discuss now. That they, like you, are external testers for Marduk Total Security Company. Well, in my case, I can't really expect a lot of backing, so I getting some from them in exchange for trial running a new, well, let's call it a vehicle. You know the situation with Lapis well enough that I have no need to explorate mine any further. Though, it bears mention that is largely due to the goodwill of Meister Jorg after he's transferred to Marduct. Again with the casual secret spilling, not that Ren hasn't already filled me in on that. As for this trial run, I think I'm catching on. Guessing it has to do with where you're headed after this. My lips are zipped. At any rate, Marduct has made external testers of us all. Now, what say we capitalize on this opportunity to deepen our bonds of the Karamity? Pass! So delightfully in sync. I'll be expecting great things from you all. Man, my reading today, yeah, it's definitely suffering, so I truly apologize. Like, what else can I do except for apologize at this particular point? Or you could always leave the live stream and don't come back. You've got that option too, I suppose.
I see. So, your dialects both organize for the northeastern regions of central Zemuria. Seems so. That's the place my grandpappy was born and raised after all. And you mentioned being from Emerose, right, Kev?
Yep. One of the middlemost of the three cities, right to the south of Arteria. Wasn't a lot of people who sound like I do though. You'd find them in the boonies up northways. Funny, I once had a Liburian merchant for a client, and she mentioned having roots in the three cities too. Ha! Think I know just the girl you're talking about. You sure do cast a wide network through Arkride. Even got all the chummy with two of my colleagues, though Master Bergen, right? And now you've got a whole another skew of names to add to the list. Yeah, well, chummy is a strong word in those cases. But yeah, between the Force crew and Iron Blood number 1, it's been a lot of first meetings. Even you, I haven't seen in a while. For someone content to stay cooped in his narrow little slice of Edith, though this sort of thing's way out of my comfort zone.
Oh, hooey. You got friends in high places, from the guild to the CID, and your inside tracks under the table go deeper than just Iowa. To say nothing of his connection at Marduct, all of it can attribute to his personal magnetism, I'm sure.
Can you lay off the overselling before it puts me smack dab in the middle of Alsum and Ikaruga's crosshairs? Throw some Liburian loyals and Erebonian witches in the top of that, and then I really have a meltdown.
Alright. Keep your shirt on. Yeesh. I'd rip about your jinxing it for yourself, but you generally sound worn slap out over this. Unsurprising, in for a reach, in for a Selge is a core tenet of Mr. Arkwright's style as it were.
Well, not to sound like Master Bergen, but if it means forging more ties, that's something to be valued. Friendly advice though, you might want to rein back on cozying up to that dens of snakes. Okay, fair enough. Sorry to come down so hard. It's not like I don't have my fair share of contacts there too. But even if I take them over to the cult of Ultima, some of the heretics that got are nothing to laugh about. That includes a handful you're all too familiar with, like your good pal, the Oathbreaker. Familiar and pal are also strong words there, but I get what you're trying to say. Ain't something you gotta hammer in with me, though. I only ever judge people for the people they are. Still, I'll watch my step. Wouldn't want to get into hot water with your old self now, would I? Ooh, I long wash my hands of that. Just try to keep off. Iskarot's radar, alright?
Oh boy, underneath the goofball exterior, he's still a top class grouse eater, though, through and through. And according to Marduk's data, he went by a more grisly title until 6 years ago. The past is the past. What matters is how one lives in the present. Though perhaps that rings a cold, odd coming from me of all people. Resets. Maribel, what's got into you all of a sudden? Oh, hush up and take the hug. I swear, you really are such a...
Maribel, please, we're in public.
Oh, don't mind the rubberneckins. Giving you a big old squeeze is my only order of business right now. This is all a misunderstanding.
Well, perhaps it is, perhaps it isn't, but that's A-okay, I suppose, if she gives him a hug and gives her a hug and whatever else. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take a very quick break because I am still feeling pretty dehydrated and I also need the bathroom. So, I'll see you guys on the flip side. And I have returned once again. So, without further ado, let's continue with the main game and hopefully finish off the demo in this particular part. If I don't, well, that's okay, I suppose.
Oh, Van, that cake earlier was absolutely delectable. It makes me wish I paid the original shop a visit with Nadia, well, infiltrating the Imperial capital 2 years back.
I don't even know where to start with that sentence, but wait, you ate the whole thing already? Look, specialty cakes like that are something Master Pizzerias pour their entire soul into.
So they call these merely, furely, the creaminess, the crispiness, it's to die for.
Listen, you!
There, Van. But wow, Lapis, you sure have a big appetite. I remember you staring holes into the food at the Montmartre too, back when you were a fairy.
Seconds away from dueling, even the sorry sight had Yumi dead set on feeding you.
Even in her previous body, she was unfathomable glutton. But this new stage of development likely allows her to consume more than ever before.
Bad news for swine, and Nadia's saving so. I'll bet a certain rook's got a nest egg hidden away. Oh, you snagged yourself some too? The place it came from is gained a real high rep over its long history. Must be a rare treat, even for an Erebonian.
Actually, a close relative of mine has a fondness for it. So do I. Get some from her on occasion.
Okay, fair enough.
She's been holding off nowadays, though, out of consideration for her weight. Her latest fixation is pretzels, per her recommendations of our cross-billion acquaintance.
Oh, now you got my attention. Pretzels are made from a totally different type of dough, I hear.
Fill me in on what those are exactly. A pretzel is a dense, chewy bread made by twisting dough, then baking it. From sweet and savory salted honey to crispy, bacon wrapped, every kind is worth a try. Oh, that does sound tasty, and a good fit for field rations too.
Yeah, one theory even says that they were first made in monasteries as a shelf-stable food during the Dark Ages.
They all eat so much, and yet they're dessert. Discussions are no less lively for it. I'm sure it would be livelier were Milliam and Una here.
Alright, that's probably about all I can poke and prod around about. Looks like the cogs are turning in more places than I imagined. Well, whatever. Time to break this off and kick back with a good cup of joe. Selecting take a coffee break from the travel menu will cause the main story to advance. Well, I definitely gotta talk to the maids and the other people there.
Is it just me, or is the food running out faster than we anticipated? Just to be on the safe side, I'll arrange for some extra dishes to be brought out.
Well, I suppose you can actually do that.
They said your torch is gone already. My apologies. I'll make sure we have more available next time.
Well, okay then, fair enough.
My pleasure.
I brought out some additional dishes, both sweet and savory. All of them come from renowned establishments. Please enjoy them to your heart's content. Well, we'll definitely do that.
And make yourself at home.
This is where we'll be serving our additional dishes. We prepared fresh drinks as well, so please let us know if there is something you would like. And there's definitely nothing else on the map, so I definitely gotta take a coffee break, so let's do that. And hopefully get some voice acting, so I don't have to talk as much. Maybe not?
I'm glad to see everyone enjoying themselves so thoroughly. If I could have all your attention for a moment, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I would like to once more offer my sincere gratitude to everyone for their cooperation in our trial. Though we had some concerns due to the tight schedule the products were made under, the data from the test results surpassed our expectations. Over the next few days, we will work to fix any and all issues that were discovered and have an update as soon as possible. So, to both our external testers and to our guests, I'd like to extend my heartfelt hope that we continue our mutually beneficial relations.
I'm really not sure what to think about all this.
Yeah, he reminds me a little too much of the head of the Black Workshop. Still holding out hope this place isn't nearly as bad, though.
Even so, I can't help but feel it has just as many secrets.
Yikes. I was definitely the right guy to send here. Poor Gaius just ain't cut out for this shady stuff, and Celeste probably would have ended up leveling the building somehow.
Knowing her, you're probably right. But then again, are you really so different?
I'm certainly very thankful for this new body. But we owe a fair bit because of it now, don't we?
Indeed. It wasn't simply a gift from the Meister. It was also a bit of a clever trap for us by the General Manager, or perhaps even the C-Suite.
As I'm sure you're all aware, our company is in full cooperation with the Republic's bold new initiative. However, due to a majority of our internal resources being allocated there are certain tasks we've been unable to deal with. As such, some of you may find yourself contacted with a proposition in the days to come. Of course, we've no intention of forcing any of you. If you happen to be interested, however, we'd gladly welcome your continued cooperation.
She okay?
I remember hearing that Altina works with the Empire's branch of the Epstein Foundation.
That's right. Is it perhaps? I can't really say much about it. Just think of it as another one of our general manager's sneaky little tricks.
But that's enough business talk for the evening. For now, we've prepared hotel rooms for all of you. Your accommodations are at a high-end hotel in the center of Levance. I invite you to rest there and recover from your exertions. Oh, pardon me. My apologies for the interruption. However, I've just received some news I suspect all of you will be interested in as well. A live broadcast from Calvert has begun airing. I'll take the opportunity to put it up on a monitor so we can watch.
Now, as per the sudden announcement from the presidential office, the launch of the second orbital rocket is about to take place. As outlined in the initial plan, this will be a trial run to confirm pilot safety for the manned flight planned in the third launch.
Wait, what?
Wasn't the launch scheduled for 2 weeks from now?
It would appear the schedule was bumped up.
It seems preparations are complete and they're ready to begin the countdown.
We've been granted access to the on-site 3D camera. Ms. Alton, please switch the feed over to the AR system.
Oh, come on! You can't just dump that on me out of nowhere. At least we're gonna have the best seats in the house.
Whoa. This the same AR tech from the trial?
Beginning countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
We're back.
That's as far as the AR was able to follow from the 3D camera feed. The rest, we'll just have to watch from the camera on the satellite.
A place that even Elysium was unable to reach.
Yeah.
Humanoid unit, huh?
Which means the actual thing they want to send up there must be...
One of the Republic's assault frames. But wouldn't its balance be a problem?
This is the Comms and Observation Satellite, Prometheus 4. Connection with the simulated manned flight frame, EXD completed. Cockpit temperature, 68 degrees. Airtight shield, functional. Oxygen ratio, nominal. Return mission will begin after designated 24-hour observational period.
I hereby declare Part 1 of Project Star Taker's second phase complete. Provided the EXD unit's return is successful, we'll proceed immediately to Phase 3. Today's launch was moved forward without notice. However, we plan to have the presidential office issue an announcement prior to the next one. I expect we won't keep you waiting for long. And as always, we ask for your continued support for this project.
This has been live coverage from the command center at Zeku Space Base. We'll have more details on the project schedule once the test dummy's return mission is complete.
Shall we hurry back to the Republic?
Yeah, looks like things are really gonna start speeding up from here on.
I've completed my interim reports, so I'm free to return to my transfer assignment.
That's great! Let's all go back together then. Qasim, Mirabelle, Mr. Thorndike, thank you for all your help.
After seeing that test dummy, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, it's probably the real reason behind our unofficial invite to the Republic.
Along with your partners, right?
Right. My machine was brought from the Imperial Airport, disguised as civilian airship cargo. You brought yours in from the Free Cities, is that right?
Yeah, I just finished setting up a cozy little spot for myself there. Thanks to all this, I owe the local authorities a huge favor now, though. But the Republic really went out of its way to take care of all the costs and negotiations involved in this trip.
That begs the question, why are they so eager to have you in Basel? And I must say it worries me that Rufus is also active again now of all times.
I know what you mean, but I don't think he'll be making the same kind of suspicious plays that he did 2 years ago.
Worrying about that guy's motives is a waste of time. He seems to be on the same page as that manager guy for now, anyway. Oh, but that reminds me. What was all that about before?
I'm guessing something's happened with the Epstein Foundation?
Yes. In fact, I just received word from Chief Plato that... Oh, there you all are! Hey everyone! Over here!
The time is nigh. The 8 leaves must come together as one, and cut a path to the land where the heavens turn. It is after your fateful clash with the Black God that you will find your true blade.
I can't stop thinking about how strange that space program is. Not only that, but the fact they were so easily able to reach somewhere even Elysium couldn't is shocking. What are we going to do, Rufus?
Given the way things are at the moment, I don't intend to make any big moves. Besides, we still need to get your new body sorted out. For now, we'll meet up with Swin and Nadia as planned. We can treat it as a little vacation.
Okay. I wonder what Nadia and Swin will think of my new body.
Don't know what your previous one looked like, but I can say for certain that this one is just jam-packed full of cute. That Rosenberg guy doesn't mess around. And of course, it helps that you're such a charming little lady on your own, too.
Why, I'm glad you agree. You know, your name isn't too bad either. 70 points? No, definitely a 69 on the cuteness index.
Hey now, ain't that kind of stingy? And what did my poor name do to lose that extra point?
The fact that she acts without regard for others' feelings is simply part of her charm. And just for reference, my name scored an 85.
Just had to rub it in, didn't you? Man, I'm catching it from all sides today. For real, though, I'm grateful for the ride. Even if I'm only going to the Levance airport, I really wanted to avoid all the bells and whistles of a Marduk send-off.
It's my pleasure. However, given who you are, I imagine you could have flown anywhere you wanted without help. Fifth Dominion, the Thousand-Hand Guardian. Or perhaps you've changed your title again. I suspect what you were looking for wasn't just a ride, but a chance to discuss something with us away from prying ears?
Huh?
You got me. Figures that I couldn't pull one over on the top dog of the Ironbloods, the villain who plotted against the world. I couldn't talk about this earlier since Arkwright's master was there. But now, it's time for us bad guys to make some moves. You see, I've got a job to do. I'd like to hire you to help out. What do you say?
Perhaps I stirred the pot a bit too much. All of their selection as test members was entirely up to the risk management AI. But, well, I suppose it's true that we were able to resolve a number of outstanding issues thanks to them.
You can be a real slimeball when you want to be. You could have at least told Reset the truth, you know?
It was a necessary step, considering what lies ahead. First, the President's office pushed Phase 2 up without any advance notice. And now, taking into account the schedule for Phase 3 they just sent us, we're only barely going to make it in time.
But that's... Ugh! What is that good-looking, good-for-nothing president even thinking? I don't care what kind of shifty stuff is going on behind the scenes. Ain't he rushing just a bit too much?
Even so, if we were to push back at all, everything we've worked for may just go up in smoke. We can leave the issue of the Garten entirely to the Foundation, so I want everyone to devote their full focus to this. We simply must bring forth all the resources we can muster, all for the Republic's dear Project Startaker. Or perhaps I should call it the President's plan to drive a blade into the heavens.
Stupendous. Things are getting even more fun than I'd hoped.
Campanella? Just what is the meaning of this? I got your message. I thought we agreed that you'd be helping with this, so why are you pulling out at the last second?
Sorry, my bad. I just got really busy here all of a sudden. Everything on the surface has gotten so complicated. I don't have any time left to be helping out behind the scenes.
It's far too late to back out now. Besides, isn't Harwood freed up? I'm well aware that someone needs to act as an observer, but just leave it to him and Isali.
Well, that'll be tough. Seeing as the old man left on a business trip yesterday, he asked me to just keep things moving along.
What?
Yep. He said it was part of the third plan and approved by you-know-who. And thanks to that, I'm utterly swamped with work. The best I can do is help you out here and there in my spare time.
Forget it then. I don't need your help. Damn you, Harwood. I cooperate with you on every possible occasion, and this is what I get in return? Fine. Since it's come to this, I'll simply have to go to the enforcers who are available, even if they're still wet behind the ears.
The new enforcers? I don't think our two newest members are really in a state to help at the moment. Might be kinda tough for most of the others, too. But these two might just have a bit of time.
Oopsie! Sorry, Campy. Have to pause the stream real quick, you know?
Greetings. It would appear you're in the middle of your observation duties. I take it you're looking for assistance?
Perceptive as usual. I like it. That said, I'm not the one in need of help this time around. I'd like you two to give the professor a hand with his project.
Ah, it was something to do with Marduk, if I recall correctly.
That prof? Well, I guess I do owe him a favor, so as long as he's cool with me working remotely.
Much appreciated. Even though this isn't a front and center job, it's still very important. After all, it's part of her final plan. The long-awaited third phase, the Eternal Recurrence Plan.
まばゆいこの星ゼロに戻るならば全てを捨てていくから最後の日が来るまでどこまでも逆らい自由になれ過ぎ去った時間を巻き戻すとしても君がいる場所まで何度でも前に迷いを断ち切り逃げないで自分と向き合え聞こえるよ君の声光届かぬ場所でも遥か彼方まで天を目指して真実を知ることが後悔なく生きること空を目指して白い世界へ
Anyway, guys, this is the end of the demo, and I didn't exactly
Truly
read
well
that.
done.
Can't complain with that.
And we've got ourselves a S rank, which is pretty decent, I suppose. SP and rank. You can now acquire SP Spriggan points by completing 4 SPGs and making optimal choices during the chapter. When you accumulate SP reaches a certain point, your Arkwright Solutions rank will go up. There are 15 ranks ranging from E to AAA. Ranking up will net you special items. Well, we're definitely going to find out what that is in the next part, whenever that's going to be. So, EOMTM. At the end of the chapter, the character who performed most proficiently in battle will be rewarded the title Employee of the Month. Okay. It's a shame that it's got to end here, but I do like this. Ouroboros channel. Okay. Because I believe that's the end of the demo, right? Yeah.
The Legend of Heroes, Trails Beyond the Horizon.
Yeah, it's a shame that we're going to wait until the 15th.
Let's blaze a trail to the edge of the skies.
Thank you for playing the demo. Okay, fair enough. Save data created with this demo can be loaded into the full product, allowing you to continue your game from where you left off. Well, that's all good to know. Now, how exactly do you do the battle mode? It doesn't really matter, but anyway, guys, I'm Dark Knight 1987, Reborn, and I'm signing out for now. So, the next time I play The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, we'll be doing the full game. So until then, it is goodbye for now, guys and girls. So we lasted about an hour and 30 minutes. Well, that's pretty decent. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next week when I do some more SNW ROM hack and Trails in the Sky first chapter. And on the Saturday, I'll do some Tales of Xillia Remastered and some more Trails in the Sky. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in my next live stream, which is going to be a no commentary stream, and that's going to be most likely Cold Steel free. So, until then, it is goodbye for now. So, I'm presuming Fee and Toa's going to be joining our party, because from what I just seen in that intro right there, that's what it looks like to me. So, I don't exactly get to see Laura. We don't get to see Elisa, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Not even Emma, or Eustace, or Marcius. But hey, you never know. they might appear in the game, but not as playable characters. We're definitely going to wait and see, I suppose, on the 15th of January 2026. So when I'm actually live streaming this, it's the 3rd of January. So there's not many days now, about 12 days left until the official release of The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later.